here for this special edition, which obviously we are right here at Tuesday, May 21st, a few days away from the official launch of the Summer in Oscoda 2024. We brought some special guests on with us tonight. We have Elena McKenzie and we have Tom Wadowick. Did I get that right, Tom?
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Well, it's close enough, right? And they are with the CVB. I just want to tell you a little about each of them, and then we're going to hand it over. We really want to share with you a little bit of information about the CVB, and we have a poll question up. So if you don't know what the CVB is, or if you do know, check one of the answers, and we'll reveal later. A lot of people have come to us and asked, what does the CVB do? How do they perform for our community? What benefits do they give? Are they the Chamber of Commerce? Do we go there to get maps? There's a lot of really good questions, and there's a lot of really good information that they're going to give us here tonight. So first up, I want to introduce you to the owner and proprietor of the Anchorage Retreat Center, as well as the owner and proprietor of To the Moon and Back. She is also the secretary of the CVB. I won't tell you what that means until the poll question is answered. And she is also one of the curators of a meeting that's going to be coming up this Thursday with business owners, performers, entrepreneurs, anyone that is going to be taking advantage of the excitement that happens in Oscoda every summer with the influx of tourism, with the influx of second homeowners, with the influx of just all the crazy fun that we have going on, from concerts in the park to movie nights to parades to flag raising to art on the beach. There's many, many more. But as part of that, I want to share with you what they have to share about what's going to be happening this year and how the CVB contributes to the growth, prosperity, and the economic fortune that our businesses and our community receive throughout the summer. So first off, I want to introduce Elena McKenzie. And as I mentioned, she is owner and proprietor of Anchorage Retreat Center right here on the Lady Huron coast, and also To the Moon and Back. And she's going to share a little bit about what brought all this about and what our goal is for bringing tourism and bringing the summer together in the community of Oscoda. So Elena, take it away.
Hello, thanks for having us. Super excited about this event that is coming up in only a few days. So it's Thursday, the 23rd. It's going to be at From Huron Out, the Old World Seas, at 5 to 7. So yeah, on the screen. So we're really excited to call this our summer kickoff for our tourism season type of deal, because we want to make sure that everyone who is in this town that has a business, is a lodger, or just is, in the know about what's happening, that tourism in our area in Oscoda is very important for the survival of everyone around here, especially in the wintertime. So me being a business owner and a lodger as well, I was trying to work with my CVB peeps, kind of figuring out, well, how can we get more engagement, and so that we can have conversations with maybe, people from Tate's about, hey, what's going on for the summer? Do you want to give us menus for the lodgers that people are coming to stay with? And then how can we talk to the Speedway people and see what they're doing, and all these different people around town that we can all get together, have a networking situation, eat some yummy food, have some drinks, and talk about business in Oscoda in the summertime. And we're hoping that this is our, biggest year, just because we're trying to go towards a lot more events in town. People are working together, collaborating more than I've ever seen them. So it's really exciting to finally kind of push into not just talking to the lodgers, who are the ones that actually are part of the CVB, but the rest of our town, so that everybody understands that we're all in this together. It's an influx of people. It can be really stressful. There's more traffic than most people would like, but it's so important to keep these tourists that are coming into our town to come back, and maybe they'll buy their second home, or maybe they'll move here because they see how amazing we are, and all of the resources that we have here and the beauty that surrounds us. So the major thing is kind of getting people together so that we can see that we're all one big team for this summer, that everybody is kind of working together.
Look.
I think we lost them.
Kelly.
Uh-oh.
I could keep talking, but I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
My microphone's unmuted.
there you go. It is
Oh,
now.
sorry, was it muted?
I had to mute you because there was a lot of tapping.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, someone just messaged me and I was trying to tell them how to jump on and hear it. So sorry about that. Yeah, Elena, that is great. And I love the idea of collaboration. I think, the thought process behind getting everybody together and hearing what's going on and trying to support one another, as well as, like you said, bring more people here that maybe even want to make this their home year round. And every little bit, as I like to say, many hands make for light work. And I think many people make for a great community. So I appreciate you kind of sharing what Thursday's kickoff summer meeting is going to be all about. I know Tom has some amazing details just to kind of help us understand what the CVB means to Oscoda as well as Iosco County, what exactly the benefits are, whether you're a full-time resident like myself as well as you guys, or maybe you're someone that frequents here for vacations, has a second home, or a family legacy is what I found to be very common here. Is we have a lot of people that come generation after generation. There are some really long-standing community members that have a lot of visitors that come back to the area that maybe have moved away and return. And it's really got quite the legacy in Oscoda. So it's great to see how much the CVB is helping bring that to the forefront. Now, Tom, you and your wife are the proprietors of the Sandcastle Beach Resort, right there on Lake Huron. So it is a great addition to the community to have both of you not only be resort owners, but also you are the vice president of the CVB, helping to push the momentum to bring all the best to Oscoda. You also are on the Rockfest committee. So are you a rocker, or you just want to help promote? Oh, you're a rocker. All right. Rockfest committee. I think is this the fifth year? Fifth year. Yeah. So we'll definitely want to maybe have you as well as some other committee members back to talk about that.
That'd be awesome.
And then also you are on the tourism subcommittee of Develop Iosco, which is a great organization that focuses very similar to some of the goals with the CVB, but on a different direction. But you are on the subcommittee for the tourism for Develop Iosco. So you have got your hands in a lot of stuff, and you are a busy guy getting ready to start the season. So tell us a little bit about how the CVB came to be in your life and kind of what it brings to the community and to, putting Oscoda on the map here on the Great Sunrise side.
Oh, thanks, Kelly. Thanks for having me too on the Buzz Hub. And I just want to dovetail on what Elena mentioned earlier, how we came about coming to Oscoda. We visited back in 2000 and actually stayed at the Huron House bed and breakfast. My wife and I did for an anniversary trip. It was our first experience on the Sunrise side and Oscoda. We really enjoyed ourselves as far as the restaurants, as far as being able to go shopping. The outdoors were phenomenal. Just River Road Scenic Byway, nothing I've ever seen before. As many different sites that you could see. And so we fell in love with Oscoda. And, 10 years later, we started seriously thinking about buying a business in Oscoda because we loved walking the beach and seeing all these cottages that were dotted along Lake Huron. So in 2013, we did purchase. So to Elena's point, a visitor, it started out as a visit, just coming to Oscoda and falling in love with the nature and the people that were welcoming. And it really enticed us to want to purchase a business. And that's what we're doing now full time since 2013. So that said, after becoming the business owner, I knew that there was a lot to marketing that maybe in my past life with General Motors I was able to bring to the table, and so I wanted to join the Convention and Visitors Bureau. That's what CVB stands for. It's more of a visitors bureau since we really don't have a convention center locally. But I was very interested in what we're doing to try to pull more tourists to come see this beautiful part of the state. So I've been on the board now for about just about 10 years now. And the CVB is actually, it's a requirement for any lodger that has 10 or more rooms to be a member of the Visitors Bureau. If you've got from 4 to 9 rental units, you could optionally be a member of the board. But we collect a 5% assessment. That's part of the tax that the guests pay. And there's some of the things that we're responsible for. You're seeing some of the slides that are on the screen now. The marketing reach that we had for last year was 3.5 million people that we were able to reach through our digital, through our online campaigns. We had 10 plus million impressions, and we had 134,000 website visitors to Oscoda.com. There's various markets that we reach out to, which at Northwest Ohio, message out about the retail businesses. We have summer. We'd love to see more spring and fall to winter visitors come as well. The second goal that video assets and our photo assets that we have, and build those up so that we can really, through our digital and online campaigns, show people what we have to showcase. And there's a lot that's there, as you all know. And the third goal is to build member relations and local collaborations. So we certainly work with the Chamber of Commerce. A lot of people ask us, what's the difference between the CVB and Chamber of Commerce? Well, the Chamber, of course, the CVB is primarily looking at the businesses that help support tourism, which includes the lodgers and then any other businesses that are associated. What you see now on the screen, part of what we do as a CVB is destination development, and through assets such as kiosks. If you go to the beach park, first of 3 to 4 kiosks that we're going to be doing throughout the area, and the one of the beach park highlights basically the trails that we have, an outdoor guide, which is available, outdoor adventure guide that's available through some of the local retailers, as well as all of the lodging, and then you'll find copies at the chamber as well. And then the third item you see here is event promotions. So we collaborate with many of the folks that have volunteer organizations that set up events, and we work through the chamber. We also work on events that are outside of the chamber's purview. So just a quick list of some of the events that we're doing for this year. Includes a new marathon, the Christmas, the movies here that are every week down at the beach Park. The sport fishing tournament, which is the walleye tournament that's taking place this year. We also support the Corsair trails. And then we have definitely some budget, to additional list. So if we've any folks thinking about bringing an extra event, come talk to us. Happy to get a page of that.
Oh, we seem to have lost Tom. It's having a little connection problem. We'll go to the... There we go.
Sponsor Under the Radar episode. The Under the Radar episode was a full 30-minute specific to Oscoda establishments. And so we were able to support that activity as well. So you could see that through the CVB, we have numerous marketing programs. We have campaigns. We have digital
Sorry, folks. He'll be back.
In mid-sentence, hopefully not.
Received a Pure Michigan Trail Town designation. This is awarded to towns. We had to submit an application, and it shows that through our support, our ongoing maintenance, and the diversity of the trails that we have within Oscoda, AuSable, and Greenbush. Those are the three areas that our CVB covers. The fact that we were able to show that we support the numerous trails throughout that as a Pure Michigan, that we also have one specific trail that is 7.2 mile along the AuSable River. So that's going to go a long way, because obviously we're going to get more attention on the Pure Michigan website with regards to the number of trails that we have in our area, as just one more reason to come visit Oscoda and come back time and time again to enjoy the outdoors and to enjoy everything else that we have to offer.
Yeah, it is pretty.
So that's
phenomenal.
a number of initiatives. Yeah.
Yeah, it
go
really
ahead.
is. Tom, I wanted to ask you, with regards to that new Pure Michigan designation that you were just talking about, is
Yes.
that going to offer some sort of like advertising and recognition above and beyond what the CVB is doing, like a year-round type program? Because we do also have some amazing trails that you can go on from an ORV standpoint and snowmobile if we get snow. So how does that recognition and designation from the tourism Pure Michigan, how does that impact us beyond what you guys are already doing?
So it will give more exposure on the Pure Michigan website for those towns that are designated as a trail town. And I'm glad you brought up ORV, because it's not just, for hiking. It is hiking, it's ORV, it's cross-country skiing, it's snowmobiling. So it's all of the above. But that will give us more recognition through the Pure Michigan website, and for any advertising that they may be doing in terms of campaigning when they're talking about trails. Since we are a designated trail town, we would be incorporated into that campaign. So that's good news. And in addition to that, the DNR also does some marketing on their end, and they would include Oscoda being a trail town designated area. They would include us in their marketing efforts as well. So yeah, it goes above and beyond what we do at the CVB.
Yeah, so going back to what Elena said about, I think this is going to be our biggest summer ever. I know we're a busy town even without these added designations, but having those added designations just gives us that much more exposure. I love what you both had said at the beginning, where you came to the area to check it out as a tourist. And that's kind of what I did. I got invited up by a friend of mine. And I think there is so many people that are here organically from situations like that you bring up such a valuable point, because everybody says that lives here full time. I hear this a lot. Well, why are we focusing on the tourists? Well, I think, quite frankly, we are a tourist town because we're a place people want a vacation, and that's a pretty cool place to call your primary residence. Mm-hmm. So, and with that comes the responsibility of all these natural resources. So I like the fact that the DNR is also incorporated in that, because, we just did a collaboration with, is it Huron Pines, I think it was, for the purchase of the Hull Island property.
Yes.
That's going to be a conservation site. And that's pretty remarkable too, because there is a lot of nature lovers that are migrating to this area. It's not about going out and, everybody loves a fancy restaurant and, an enjoyable family-friendly resort like both of you have right on the shores, but you also need things to do. And, talking about the trails, and like you said, going out on, we have that new Corsair trail as well that you mentioned, how you guys sponsor events down on the trails. So do you think a lot of this is going to further the winter activities in Oscoda or the winter tourism in Oscoda? Do you see a shift? You've mentioned that you've been on the CVB for 10 years, so you really have a breadth of knowledge of what's been happening. So what do you think about the expansion of our tourism season here in Oscoda?
So that's a real good point, and that's why one of our objectives that I mentioned earlier was to expand beyond the traditional summer season. And we definitely, to your point, we definitely see that expansion happening. We see more people coming in the spring. We see them coming in early summer, in June, and into the fall. Obviously, the fall colors, people are attracted all over the state, but we've got the trails that we have with High Banks, with the Corsair, with Wildcat Trail. We've got beauty along with the trails, with the colors. And so we see nothing but an upside for fall tourism. And then winter, definitely, while not all lodgers are open through the winter, we have enough coverage for folks to come up here in the wintertime. And if you look on your screen right now, if you wonder, how many dollars are being spent, on tourism year round, this is not just for the Oscoda area, but the numbers you see here are for Iosco County, of which Oscoda is a big part of that. And that's a $96 million visitor spend that we see in a year. For 2022, unfortunately, we don't have 23 yet. Pure Michigan runs like a year behind with their statistics. But you do have a 7.8% increase for 2022 over 2021. And we see the same thing happen last year for 2023. If you also look at the employment, 797 employed because of tourism in the county, and $25 million of labor income for tourism. So it's not just the revenue spent by tourists, but it's also labor that we're helping to support, local workers, that are in the tourist related businesses. And if you look at that last percentage that's on the screen, the 61% of all visitors to this region are seeking outdoor activities as their top reason for visiting. So, that Trail Town designation, the fact that, we're going to be doing much more digital campaigning specific to fall and for winter to be able to tell that story. I think you'll see more of that in the future.
Yeah, those are some really impactful numbers. And again, as someone that lives here permanently, I am thrilled when I see, how many people are here in the summer. Sometimes the ice cream wait is a little longer than your appetite really wants to allow. But lucky for us, we have some amazing choices locally here. The other question I wanted to ask you, Davey and I were talking about this. I know you have a billboard down like in Augrey. Is there any expansion? I know you're also doing a lot of digital marketing. You mentioned you have the kiosk. That's going to be down at the beach park.
It's there. Yep.
It's there
as we speak. Yep.
And then you mentioned is there going to be another one somewhere else?
So we're going to be working with the forestry as well as the DNR so that we could put better trailhead signage on the existing trails. And so that's where you're going to see some additional kiosks as well.
That's pretty interesting. Now, you also mentioned, and I'm sorry, our internet, we were breaking up a little bit. So I wanted to make sure that we had this correct, because there are a lot of groups. Davey and I are, perhaps a perfect example of two people that came together and put this Buzz Hub. I have the Friends of Oscoda and AuSable Facebook page, and I really enjoy promoting a lot of what I can find, because that's kind of how I figured out all these wonderful things that were going on here locally. So where else do you guys see the promotion of our town happening? You're going downstate, and you said kind of in northern Ohio too. Is there anything coming from different areas of Michigan that you're seeing a migration? And like you said, because of one of the top activities here is with our abundance of natural resources.
We continue to see a large contingency coming from Southeast Michigan because of the proximity, that we're only a 3-hour drive, right? To be able to get to this side. So we continue to focus on that area as well, because we know there's a large population. I know when I worked down there with GM, a lot of my counterparts, when they talked about Oscoda, they said the same thing. They knew about Oscoda, or they had some connection with the Air Force Base. They had visited before, and they continue to come up because they really enjoy the outdoors. They really enjoy staying where you've got access to a lot of the kayaking, the trails, as many of the outdoor activities that you can find. We've got it here. So yeah, we're excited about that. The Northwest Ohio is interesting that we're pulling a number of people to come up on the east side of the state, because quite frankly, access to the lakefront with Lake Erie has been declining over the years, because they have a lot of private residential development occurring along the lake. So you're not seeing as many of the type of lodging establishments that we have here in Oscoda and in this area, to be able to stay right on the beach, and you got the Great Lake right here, and you're not up on a bluff. You're right here at the water level.
Yeah, you're bringing that beach right into your unit most times and most days. When you're catching that, what do we call it? The cotton candy sunset sky.
Oh, absolutely.
It's so,
Yes,
I mean, everybody talks about our amazing sunrises, but I've been down when there's a sunset, and I got to tell you, it's a pretty fantastic looking sky.
It's you nailed it. The cotton candy and the silvery water, the color is just amazing. When you put a beach bonfire in front of that, it's
perfect.
Nothing quite like it.
So if you're not a morning person, people are like, I'd never get up and see the sunrise. I'm not a morning person. Okay, maybe you'll see a picture of it, but I got to tell you, our sunsets are just as spectacular. So now, what were you talking about for groups that aren't member of the CVB, that the CVB does still look to try and do some partnerships? So if people are putting together big ideas, maybe bring them to, and how do they get in touch? Like, do you guys have meetings open to the public, or how exactly does someone like myself, if I'm at home and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just saw this, and I think this would be great for someone to sponsor for the Paul Bunyan Festival. What do I do with it? Like, how do I get the information to you guys?
Yeah, the easiest way is to call, the 989-739 number that we have listed, for the Visitors Bureau. They can message us on our Facebook page as well, because Jessica Linnea, handles that for us, and she's doing a great job with it. So she'll get back with them as well. But we do have a monthly board meeting where the board meets, and we have had guest visitors that attend the meeting. It's either in person, or we'll do it via GoToMeeting online as well. So we can join in and absolutely could share the ideas. We've we purchased. That's how we got into the sport fishing support, and that's how Rockfest came about. We're just that way. So
yeah, that's awesome. You're community based, which is nice for the people that live here full time, because a lot of people think that tourism takes away from your community. And I got to tell you, everything that I knew before, and now that you've added in with the support to the area, with bringing people here like yourself, even to start a business, to invest in our community, to make a commitment to the volunteerism, to keep our community as vibrant as possible. And like I was mentioning to you, Davey and I decided to start this Buzz Hub. He's got this. We're going to kind of go over a few things that are coming up. And if you guys have anything at your individual businesses that you want to share with us before we end the Buzz Hub, we'd love to capture that as well. I do believe that, we give and give and give, and sometimes we need to promote. So I hope everyone recognizes that the amount of time and effort and still running a business is really valuable. It's not just like, oh, I want to make a buck. I mean, you guys are doing more than what a buck costs. I mean, let's face it, you're in the deficit. So, but I know your businesses aren't. So tell us what's going on with each of your businesses.
Go ahead, Elena.
Ladies first, Elena.
So yeah, we Anchorage Retreat Center, we have 6 cottages on Lake Huron. We are doing a women's retreat in June, which is full up. So we're super excited about it. But we also have one usually in the end of May/June, and then also in September. So we do 2 a year. So we're really excited about that. And then at To the Moon and Back for Memorial Day, we have a whole bunch of stuff happening. So it's like, what's happening, man? On Saturday, we're having our magic guy, Rob, coming from 1 to 3. And he's going to do little balloons and the DJing and magic. I forgot on Friday, it's our full moon ceremony. And it's actually going to be at Oscoda Beach Park this time.
Oh, wow.
So that's at 6 on Friday. And then on Sunday, we are partnering again with Elkona Humane Society. At 2:30, we're going to have dog yoga. So we're going to have one lucky pup that gets to get zen with us and hopefully get adopted at some point. So that's
awesome.
Just this weekend. So we're super excited about the summer happening. So yay.
Yeah, there is so much going on. Now, Tom, tell us a little bit about what you guys got going on at the resort. Is this like the big launch weekend for you? Or are you all year? Or where are you guys at with your opening?
Yeah, Memorial Day is our big opening weekend, and then come about the last week of June is the start of our weeklies. And these are the regulars that just keep coming back year after year. They sign up the day they leave. They sign up. The kids are crying because they got to go back home. I mean, it's amazing. It truly is. We're blessed to be in a business where they come happy, they love being here, and then they're sad to go. I mean, it's truly a blessing to have that experience when the people come. The events that we have going, we're going to go to the Moon and Back because they got a lot of stuff going on.
They really do.
And then aside from our popcorn Wednesdays that we have for all of our guests, we always make popcorn in the office here, and the kids, grab a movie and they go check that out. We sell firewood on site because all of the proceeds go to the Oscoda High School backpack program. So we're going to try to set a record this year. We've been doing it for the last 6 years. So we hope to raise some more money. It's a great program. And then we're going to be getting ready because Sandcastle Beach Resort will celebrate its 75th anniversary in 2025. So we've already, and it's been continuous. It's never had a down year, as far as being closed. So it's been open continuously for 75 years. We've reached out to some previous owners. We've reached out to a lot of our guests who have been coming for many years. We're pulling together photos, and we're going to put together a keepsake booklet, and we'll have that for next year. So it's something to look forward
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
75 years. So your resort was built 2 years after the AuSable Marathon started.
Oh, there we go.
So in 49, because the marathon started in 47. So I bet you there's some really cool pictures of some of the canoers way back from the day that stayed here. Because, I mean, the marathon originated in Oscoda.
Exactly.
And it was the chamber with the regional, I don't know if they called it a CVB, but basically the regional people that wanted to make the state on the east side phenomenal, and the local person here, and I'm sorry, their names escape me right now, but I did that whole 75 for 75 last year for the postings, and it was phenomenal to learn about the history. So you're going to have some phenomenal stuff. I'm really excited to see what you come up with.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, we're excited without a doubt.
Yeah, that'll be great. Now, Davey, I know you have a bunch of stuff on the Buzz Hub or on the Oscoda Buzz Hub app that is slated for this weekend. Did you want to give a little quick overview of all of that?
For this weekend?
Yeah. Didn't you put up a bunch of stuff? Hang on, I will pull it up on my phone. I didn't want to sit here and I think you had it on your screen.
Well, I know we have a bunch of Memorial Day stuff coming. I'm going to create a little section on the top of the page. I'm in the process of doing that now. Top of the main page for that to help people, find everything. Because I think there's really a bunch of stuff happening.
Yeah, we have a flag raising ceremony on Memorial Day. And that's at, I believe, 1. And then we have the parade down Main Street, and they're still taking registration. I believe I saw a post on We Are Oscoda from Josh Sutton about that today. If you wanted to get in on the parade, you can still register.
And there's a sign up. There's a picture of the sign up form on the Oscoda Buzz Hub app. So
okay,
do that. We've got Rob the Magic Guy on there, which Elena already said. There's also something really important coming up at To the Moon and Back. It is Question, Persuade, Refer. It is a class on basically being able to maybe see things in people a little more, and maybe, recognize warning signs of if somebody's in trouble. So that might be, something really cool if you're,
that one I think is in support of Mental Health Awareness Month, which is all of May. And Janice Kornacki is involved in that. One of our local, I think she's in Greenbush, right, Elena? They're up in Greenbush. Yeah. So she's helping support that, and it's to help people that maybe you see are on the verge of suicide or are in a deep spot that could potentially take them to that level, and making yourself aware. And I saw some comments online on one of the posts today, and it was really enlightening as well as inviting to want to go and attend this. And people said that they went to the prior one, and it gave them such an awareness that it actually made them feel like they were a better person. You know what I mean? Like you were able to see what it takes to be in such a terrible spot in life. You recognize it by learning these skills. So I thought I'm so glad you brought that up. That was such a cool thing that they were bringing up. I mean, we've got cardio, drumming. They have dance on Thursday night at From Huron Out. Country nights and DJing. The farmers market is obviously going to be this Wednesday. It's the third week that it's open. So please come out and support that. And then Saturday, you can head down to Tawas. They have one. The flag raising is at 1:00 out at the Veterans Memorial. which is a wonderful park, and they do an amazing job honoring our veterans.
And I think if you want to be one of the flag raisers, you just get there as early as possible and grab a pole.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yeah. I also wanted to say that we got a new email. If anybody wants to easily send us their events or information about, their business, whatever happenings, it's events@oscodabuzzhub.com. So it just makes it, a lot easier. Because I know some people have issues with forms and, we want to make it as easy as possible to get us the information so that we can help promote you guys, we also got some stickers.
Yeah, show them the stickers.
Let me see if I need to take my background off maybe. Oh, there you go. Well, kinda. Oh, there you go. Got those stickers. And then I also have them coming with like a beach background and a little bit different. We're going to ask businesses and to, put them on their doors. So that way we can help promote us. And it'd be really easy for people just to, scan the code and download the app. That way we can, help get the information out. We also have some other ones coming in for the resorts. They're a little bit more, they got a beach background and we're going to, we'll send out some letters and ask you folks to, hopefully put those in your promotion books or maybe just stick it on your refrigerator. I also wanted to say too, I don't know if you noticed, we did a few live events at some of the events recently. Well, we're going to start doing that more. We want to go out and, and just promote events as they're happening, so that way, get people
can see how much fun it is here.
It really is. Yeah. And it's kind of fun. Like, when I was at the plant exchange with Kelly, she mentioned that the Air Force Museum was opening that day. So I should, go down there and do one too. And that was really cool. I had been there in probably since I, first actually moved here, maybe a decade ago. And it was just really cool going through and just, hearing all the knowledge that those guys have. It's so amazing. I mean, like, they were telling me stories and I'm just like, what? Like, oh my gosh,
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable.
Yeah. Oh, and don't forget the US 23 Beach Market starts this Sunday.
Yes. So down at the Oscoda Beach Park, right by the flagpole. Jessica put that together. I believe this is the third year. I think second or third.
So, yeah. It's been going for a little bit now.
So she has arranged some wonderful local vendors, artisans. There's going to be a variety of people there. She keeps expanding it. It's every Sunday down there from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And come down and check it out and support local.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, everyone. Well, I think we are. Oh, yeah.
Okay, just one more last little plug for Thursday. It reminded me when Davey showed the stickers. So our thought also is when you come to the tourism kickoff party, to bring any sort of promotional items that you want to give to the lodgers. Usually the lodgers, at least me, goes to the Chamber of Commerce and grabs a bunch of stuff so that they can give it and put it into cottages or whatever. But it would be so much more convenient and easier if you just brought your stuff and then we could all exchange what we can do to kind of promote everyone. So yeah, if you have stickers, business cards, whatever, bring that stuff too.
So make up like little packages and so that way you can just hand it out to people, right? Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
Get it out
We'll
there.
be doing it. I hope my other stickers come in time. So
yes, we're very excited. So please come, everybody. And RSVP, because you can get a t-shirt.
Oh, RSVP, so you can get a t-shirt.
I just
did that
today. I said, oops, I'm a little late, but we were always coming. I just forgot to RSVP. You know how it is.
Did you add me? Am I your plus one?
I did, yes.
Okay, thank you. All right. Well, we will look forward to seeing you guys Thursday. Thank you for your amazing commitment to putting Oscoda in such a great light with the community, with the tourism, with just being a fabulous place. We are a hidden gem. We really are. It's amazing what we have here. So all the best for an amazing season to the both of you. And thank you for embracing the Buzz Hub. And we will share this across social media. And we really appreciate your support and hope it's an amazing season. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy tourism season.
Yay!
Yeah, let's do it.
Oscoda.